Market. Let's focus in on how we shaped up yesterday. A solid rally playing out on the frontline index with, yes, 10,763 on the screen. With the trade setup looking fairly encouraging this morning with a handover from the global markets, let's delve deeper and find out what exactly is in store for us. Jayesh is standing by as always to give us a heads up. Morning, Jayesh.
Morning, Aman. Let me start off with the fact that, we are now fast approaching the 200-day moving average, which is just about 125 points away from where we closed yesterday. But interestingly, what happened was the relative strength index has now become overbought for the Nifty. And this is for the first time in 2020 that we have reached these overbought levels. On the other hand, what is also encouraging is that we have had a steady decline in the India Weeks index, which has also closed below its 200-day moving average as of yesterday. And the RSI, like we pointed out yesterday, was oversold. So as long as these two indices are in their respective states, there could be more upside for the markets as well. As for the Nifty Bank is concerned, that has been the laggard. But that also is trying to play catch up because it tested its 100-day moving average yesterday for the first time since Feb 2020. Couple of indices that you should watch out for would be the auto index, because that too managed to close above its 200-day moving average for the first time since Valentine's Day this year, as well as the Nifty FMCG index that has yesterday shown some signs of a breakout after it consolidated near its previous high. So watch out for some of the FMCG stocks as well.
Much for giving us a roundup of the trade setup, looking encouraging this morning too. Let's find out what our top chartists are picking out. Dr. C.K. Narayan as well as Kunal Bothra joining in. Dr. Narayan, the trade setup looking encouraging yet again, poised for a pretty steady rally after yesterday's solid bull run. What are you anticipating, and share with us what would be your top strategies this morning?
Good morning, Aman. Good morning, everybody. The market's definitely rolling along rather nicely, and despite everybody's misgivings of various nature, but the market is not wearing any of it and continues to roll on upward. 10,500 conquered, 600 conquered, now 700 conquered, and we seem to be heading towards the 10,800 levels. The 200-day moving average is placed around 10,890 or thereabouts and should act as a natural attractor for the Nifty at the moment. One would like to see better price action coming from Bank Nifty because it continues to struggle. Even though it gave a clean breakout and now has moved to 22,000, the kind of upside force that should have emerged by now, particularly in the light of good showing from HDFC Bank, etc. yesterday, I think that is still a little bit of a misgiving. Once the banks also kick in and the Bank Nifty is above something like 22,300, I do believe the further pathway of Nifty would be greatly enabled. So those are two things to watch for: Nifty targeting 200 DMA and Bank Nifty staging continuation upward. These two will enable prices to go higher. The background being bullish, I have two picks as a buy. First up is Mahindra Mahindra. That stock has been doing great. Yesterday we saw a terrific price action, and prices are now approaching the former supply zone at about 575 to 585. But the difference this time is great price action and strong new momentum which has got developed here. So my expectation is that this 575-85 zone of resistance and supply will probably get breached this time around. But nevertheless, we are currently at about 565-567 area. That leaves us sufficient room for a day trade. Even if we make for a target at 585, can initiate long with a stop at about 560. Second stock to buy would be Tata Consumer, where again a similar consistently upwardly biased uptrend has been going on since the March bottom, And this is a stock which has come up and breached the former supply zones, which were slightly short of the 400 level. And yesterday, stock has consistently traded about 400 level. So that should enable it to continue till about 420 level. Buy with a stop at 392.
All right, fair enough. Those are some of the top strategies. Hope you've got them down. Let's take it across then to Kunal. And Kunal, what a healthy trade setup we're in for this morning as well. What are you bracing yourself for by way of levels? And share with us your top calls.
So good morning, Avan. Yes, I think the markets did extremely well yesterday. Last 2-3 days, particularly, I think has been one of one of the better moves for markets. And this kind of an exaggerated price uptick which you've seen is just about getting more seeing more upside. I think the levels of 10,500, which was earlier a resistance for the entire month of June, that's now clearly broken out, and we've now changed the behavior. So 10,500, which was the earlier resistance, now should act as a good enough support for the Nifty for good part of the series as well. In fact, it's very interesting to see that the 11,000 strikes as well as the 11,500 calls for this month have started to see strong build up on the open interest. So I think the market expectation is that if the 10,500 support doesn't get breached, then there could be an eventual move on the upside as well. So that's something very, very interesting to watch out for. In terms of individual names, I'll concentrate on a couple of stocks which have shown, one of them which has shown signs of momentum, and the other one which is lacking momentum. So one buy and one sell. The first one is a buy, Tata Motors. I think after quite a bit of time, you saw the stock coming back into the thick of things yesterday in terms of positive price action. Now, a couple of important observations over here. One on the price front, that the stock formed a bullish flag pattern breakout, and this pattern breakout, a bullish flag pattern, has been observed in many of these stocks, irrespective of the auto sector as well. And many of these stocks have confirmed an up move post this breakout. So I'm anticipating something similar could happen for Tata Motors. And even on the F&O side, the stock saw a very good build up on the futures. The cash volumes on the delivery side, or the percentage cash volumes, also increased significantly higher for Tata Motors. One of the best, I think, the last 8 to 10 trading sessions. So I would sense that the stock should be moving up higher from a positional play. 122 as a target and stop us at 101. Second would be a sell on DV slab. Now the stock, which was in the thick of the news flow, I think last week, has not seen any kind of relief in terms of the price ticks. In fact, last 2-3 days there have been a consistent or a very steady downfall which is happening to the stock price. The relative strength score as well for DV slab has deteriorated with respect to the overall benchmark as well. So I think that indicates that the stock could struggle and go through a downward spiral even from current levels. A sell on DV slab, targets of 2050 and stop loss 2250.